The summertime is heating up with episode 93 of Norm Nathan's Vault of Silliness. The number may just match today's temperature here in some parts of Massachusetts. It's a scorchah. We have a dumb birthday game from July 2nd, 1995, which is titled Raiders of the Lost Birthday Book. And that's because we begin with Norm not being able to find said book, and a quest may be needed. Was it just misplaced by Norm? Was it stolen by Sid Whittaker and WCCM? That's a reference to the scandal that was mentioned back in episode 91. Will Netflix buy the rights to this astonishing whodunnit? Stay tuned. Onward to the game. Our first player is Stan Roberts, calling in from Buffalo. He worked with Norm back on WHDH from 1970 to 1972. They talk about Steve Seishan, who was 17 years old, and Jaron Cohen, who was 18. They were guests or visitors to Norm's show at the time. Both were involved in radio and worked with Stan at 9:30 a.m. WBEN. Stan is a salesman there and also does a theater and movie review feature for them. They chat quite a bit before the game begins. Some WHDH history, station breaks, technology of the time, and how Norm got his overnight gig. Stan notes that, quote, in an age when machinery is replacing man, you replaced a machine. And wait until you hear Stan recall the great ad campaign for his show that was on a billboard along the Southeast Expressway. There's also talk of Stan's career when he returned to Buffalo. And now here are the other players. Michael from Pennsylvania, Tom in Cleveland, Robert in Framingham, Hope Shower, who's producing and playing in studio, and the wild, different, and crazy Ken Newman in traffic. The featured birthdays, Polly Holiday, John Sununu, Lucy Baines Johnson Turpin, Cheryl Ladd, Norm's constant companion, the very bland Jimmy Mcnichol. And then it's event time, and we get 3. What year did Emilia Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan disappear over the Pacific Ocean while attempting to make that first round-the-world flight at the equator? What year did the Lawrence Welk show premiere on ABC television? Norm adds some additional trivia by asking the group, what was the name of Welk's first band back in North Dakota? And the last question is, in what year was the U.S. Army Air Corps created? The game is so exciting that it reminds Norm that just when he feels that he's been in radio longer than he should be, nope, not yet. And this prompts a possible lead in the dumb birthday game book theft. We get the details on an old survey that Lawrence Welk had taken where one of the questions was, Larry, what do you think of violence? It is revealed that Norm hosted a polka program which featured the one and only Johnny Wilfart. Norm lets many additional thoughts escape his mind as well. Post-game, we get a few more minutes of conversation with Norm and Stan, which takes us to the end. Episode 93, Raiders of the Lost Birthday Book, is coming at you in 3, 2, and 1.
Do you know that, Hope?
Do you think it was somebody from RKO or something that
It might
came
be
in?
somebody probably from another station. If we tune to other stations and they're doing the dumb birthday game, then we've got them. Man, we've got them. We know.
Right. Ransom. They're going to hold it for ransom.
No, but I've had that book for so long, and I don't know what happened. Maybe I dropped it in the parking lot, or maybe hold it for ransom. That could be. In any event, I have other sources. But that book was kind of good because it gave little biographical sketches of all the people having birthdays today, which is the point of the dumb birthday game. I tell you who's born on this day, and of course it's Sunday, July 2nd, and you tell me how old you think they are. That's just a takeoff point, because from that point on, we just get hilariously funny and humorous, and it just sit down swell. And you know who's playing the game with us today?
Who is that?
How did you know I was going to mention you?
I have news for you.
Yeah?
The dumb birthday book is now being driven around in the back of a white Ford Bronco.
Okay. It isn't these two guys, Jaron Cohen and your friend there, Steve Seishan. I noticed Steve had a big bulge in the side of his pants, but I thought it may be something else. I wasn't sure.
Or are you just glad to see me?
Yeah, that's right. Don't do bad old jokes. Anyway, Stan, we tried to call you earlier when they were here.
I'll tell you this, I'm glad. Oh, they're not there any longer.
No, they left because they're on their way
But
driving
they're
back to
listening.
Buffalo right now.
Well, one thing I'll guarantee you, they are listening to you,
Yes,
Norm.
they are.
No,
So
they
they
said,
know that I did actually do what I said I'd do, which is call in.
and you did
And I
call.
want to tell you this.
Yes?
I'm damn glad I wasn't home when you called. Because the phone ringing at that hour of the morning is bad for your heart.
I know it is, and I question whether or not we should have even called you at home to wake up your family or whatever, or just to wake you up.
Indeed.
But I thought, why not? Were you out having a good time?
No, as a matter of fact, we have a condo in a little ski area town nearby, and they had the Buffalo Philharmonic there tonight for July 4th weekend with, some celebrating, and we're spending the night there.
Oh, that's where you are now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
I'm not calling from home at all. When I get home, I'll hear your message, which I'm sure will be hilarious, on my answering machine.
No, it's not from me. It was Steve called.
Oh, Steve did?
Yeah, and he won't be hilarious. He might be hilarious. I
Well,
don't know.
he's occasionally mildly hilarious. He's one of your most frequent callers. Doesn't he have a frequent caller number or something?
He probably should be. He should get points for it. I guess. I was surprised. Now, Steve is 17, and Jaron Cohen, who was here, who looks at least 23, is only 18.
Steve is 17.
Yeah, he's 17.
My
And
suit is that old.
oh, you got to do old George
Old
Burns
George.
things. Yeah, I think it goes.
Well, he's one of our better workers. They're getting younger all the time, Norm, or is it that we're getting older?
No, I don't. No, I was 18 when I first started in radio, but there weren't many others. I've always been proud of the fact that I was just a punk, dribbly, geeky kid. But now there are a lot of
haven't
geeky
outgrown
kids.
that, by the way.
No, I haven't at all. No. As a matter of fact, when Jaron and Steve showed up here, and we were talking about you, let me mention the fact that Steve. I mentioned this earlier. Steve Roberts. Steve Roberts. Your name is Stan Roberts. Why do you give me wrong names?
I'm sorry.
Okay, Stan Roberts, who looks like, as I mentioned, like Sid Caesar.
That's afraid so.
Yeah. Stan and I worked together at WHDH, which was at 850 on the dial. Do you know it's now called WEI at 850?
I was going to ask if it still existed.
No, it doesn't. The call letters do exist for the TV station, which is owned by somebody else.
Yeah.
But the radio station went to WEI.
Changes every day, our business, doesn't it?
It really, but those were venerable old call letters.
I remember. In fact, did you not work for them once?
Well, we
You
worked
for everybody once.
Oh,
What am I talking
at
about?
EI, yes, I did. But that EI is now WBNW.
Oh.
It's craziness. I've been in this business steadily in this area for 2,000 years, and each time I come in, I lose track of what call letters that mean what anymore.
I always remember how you got your permanent all-night job.
Do you?
The sinking of the Andrea Doria
That is right.
gave you full-time work in radio.
The collision of the Andrea Doria and the Stockholm, the two
Yes.
ships collided off
Yes.
the coast of the Cape Cod coast.
Yeah, it's like the Big Bang Theory. From that came the Norm Nathan Show. It's amazing.
No, but that's true. It did happen that way. The reason was we were automated during the night.
If you had a record player, you could hear the records drop. And the needle.
You could.
And then the
that's
music
right.
began.
That's right.
That's right.
We would say, and now music all through the night. And then
Walk away.
That's right. The station breaks and all of them would be on they weren't even on tape.
No, they were on grooved records.
Yeah. And when the Andrea Doria and the Stockholm collided off the Cape, we were owned at that time by the Boston Herald Traveler,
Yes.
which was still in existence. Now, here we are, a radio station owned by newspapers, and we've got nobody on all night because we're automated. And so that, by the time we got a reporter who was Bill Harrington out to cover this thing, it was morning and it was kind of late, and they were kind of embarrassed that a newspaper would not have that story covered for its radio station. So that's when they decided to put somebody on, some ginkhead on all night, and that happened to be me.
And I remember what made you so proud of that story. And that is, in an age when machinery is replacing man, you replaced the machine.
That's right. I replaced automation. That was kind of funny. But at first, all they wanted me to do was sit there and play like 30 minutes of Percy Faith music uninterrupted. And all that. They didn't want me to do anything, just to be there.
Yeah.
And I kept sneaking in jazz things and big band things and stuff.
Well, let me tell you why they wanted you to do that is no one could do nothing as well as you, Norm. You were born to do nothing.
Now, you were at HDH, what, just a couple of years?
Yeah, back around 1970 to 72.
Yeah, because you made such a tremendous impression. I thought you were there a whole lot longer than that.
No, just a couple of years. In fact, I remember the billboards that they bought. It said, "Look who's come between Jess Kane and Norm Nathan."
That's right. I was on during the afternoon by that point.
That's right. Then Jess did the morning show, and I was hired to do middays.
Yeah.
And there was a billboards on the Southeast Expressway.
Yes.
Look who's come between Jess Kane and Norm Nathan.
And then it was Stan Roberts. That was you.
Wow.
There were some fun days. We had some good. You did an awfully good job. I'm sorry that the setup doesn't continue because I thought we had a great lineup.
What happened then was, of course, we lost the television station. Remember?
I do recall that very vividly.
We used to have a TV station, and it was gone. It was just like that.
I know it.
And everything kind of went downhill from there.
Well, as a result of the loss of the TV station, the newspapers pretty well went. They folded. Yeah, the Herald, of course, remains, but under different management. The Traveler doesn't exist at all.
We told them if they took the TV station away, the newspaper would fold. They didn't believe us.
No, it's kind of funny because now the FCC allows you to own 750 million stations in the same city.
Yeah.
And the rules are all totally different now.
Yeah.
And I thought WHDH TV, that one on Channel 5, I thought was a splendid station. It was a lot of local programming. It was really first rate. And I thought the FCC really cockamamie people that they were at that time just cut the legs right out from under it for no reason that any of us quite understood.
But what happened was, you see, they said, look, when you got here, we had to me, this is why I didn't stay. When you got here, we had a TV station. You show up, we lose the TV station. They blamed me.
Well,
an innocent disc jockey. No power whatsoever in the world. No.
No, I remember that. They obviously did not blame you.
No, but I had an option to stay there or come back to Buffalo and do a morning show, and I really always felt more at home doing morning radio because I'm a kind of a wake-up guy.
And also Buffalo, you had established a big name for yourself at WKBW in Buffalo before you came to HDH, as I recall.
That's right, yeah. And then I went back to WGR in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting, when I was at WKBW, we owned the market. And then I left and I went back to WGR, and we won, what was it, Radio Station of the Year in the Billboard, because we owned the market then. And then I went to an FM station, and we owned the market. And then I went to WBEN, and we owned the market.
And now but you're not on the air now. Do you mind that? I'm told that you're a whiz-bang salesperson.
Yes.
For BEN. Do you like that?
I like it a lot, yeah. I do a daily entertainment feature where I to review plays and stuff like that.
Oh, so you get a lot of freebie tickets and stuff.
I knew where they came from and how I could keep getting them. So I said, why not do an entertainment feature? You can get to see all these shows free.
Right. They don't give tickets free to salespeople.
No, that's right.
That's right, but if you're doing it, and what do you call the entertainment feature? Stan Roberts does the entertainment feature?
It's WBEN Entertainment. That covers.
Okay, what frequency are you at BEN?
9:30.
9:30. That's nice.
Yes, but you won't get us in Boston like we get you here on BZ.
No, I can't believe the signal. If I had this signal and I was doing that all-night show at HDH, man, I'd still be on doing it, I think.
Yeah. Those were great. When you first started doing the jazz show, you had great guests come on, right, who were working in Boston. Would come wandering in.
Yeah, most. I don't know whether you'd call it wandering in, but we had most every named jazz person who appeared in Boston. There were just about everybody did at one time or another would show up. Louis Armstrong was on the show with me about three different times. Yeah, no, about my diet chart. The more he talked, the foggy his voice got, so after the first hour, I couldn't even understand what he was talking about.
But who cared?
Who cared? He was Louis Armstrong. No, we had just about everybody. It was a great period in both our lives, and I think I'm going to cry.
One of my big memories from being at HDH, speaking of jazz greats, I mentioned on the air, Ella Fitzgerald was there at the famous hospital for eye hospital.
That's right. Yeah, probably the Mass General, the eye and ear.
And she had she's had trouble with her eyes quite frequently.
Yes.
And she was there and had an operation, and I heard she was recovering, and I just said, hey, if Ella, we just want everybody here in Boston loves you, and we wish you well. The phone rings, and the voice says, hi, Stan, this is Ella Fitzgerald. I said, look, don't fool around, okay? Don't, you're distracting me. I try like hell the other day. Don't distract me. Don't fool around. Of course, it was Ella. And I couldn't speak. She's such a
Oh, she was incredible. Yeah, I never interviewed her on the program. Strangely enough, she was one of the few. I met her later on, and she was doing a concert at Symphony Hall, and I was in her dressing room before she performed, and we sat and talked. And she was one of the folksiest, loveliest ladies, and she's quite ill now, which is too bad. I don't suppose she'll ever sing again, but that's a loss to the whole world. Hey, listen, you know how we play the Stan Roberts
Stan
game?
Roberts' birthday? You know my birthday? I'm so excited.
What is your birthday?
January 12th.
Oh, that is a lovely day to be born.
Do you want to know something weird about that?
Yeah?
It's Howard Stern's birthday, too. And it's also Rush Limbaugh's birthday. I want to kill myself.
Oh, my God.
You're stuck in between these right-wing fascists.
I can't stand it.
Okay. Let me introduce you to some of the other people who'll be playing the game with us. Michael, who's in Pennsylvania. Hello, again, Michael.
Hello, Norman. And Stan, you're the Queen City up there, because I'm from the other Queen City across the lake over there.
Oh, yes, we are the Queen City of the Great Lakes. We had a mayor who was so right-wing. I used to say, how does it feel to be mayor of the Queen City? He would just die.
Okay, we have Tom, who's in Cleveland. That's not too far away from
right up the lake.
Yeah. How you doing, Tom?
Fine.
Fine. Boy, these are short answers, aren't they? Are you right in Cleveland? Is that right? You live right in Cleveland?
No, Euclid.
Euclid. Okay, well, Euclid, was that just outside of Cleveland?
Well, that's the east side.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not just outside. It's the east side. Is that a different than just being outside?
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to be a whole lot of laughs on this thing, Tom, or what? Okay, we have Robert.
I'm waiting for your book to arrive.
I'm sorry. I know you spoke English then, but I'm taking English as a second language, so I didn't quite follow that.
He's waiting for your book to arrive.
Oh, whose book? Oh, my book?
Yes.
What do you mean? Did you win a dumb birthday game or something, and you have a prize coming?
No, your birthday book.
Oh, I see. That was a little local humor there. I see. Okay, I don't know what happened to that the dumb birthday book. I don't know. But anyway, Robert in Framingham is with us. Hello, Robert.
How you doing, Norm?
So far, I'm not doing too great. I think we're starting to slide downhill, but we're okay. We have Hope Shower, of course, a producer here at WBZ, who will be playing the game with us.
Yes, and I honestly...
All right, Hope.
I honestly didn't stack the panel with men on purpose. Honest.
Oh, sure. Okay. We have, and of course, we have our WBZ 24-hour traffic network person, Ken Newman, who's playing the... Hi, Ken.
Hello. Of course, I'm always here to lose the dumb birthday game to make everybody else look good.
Yeah, the point is that if one of our members of the staff actually wins, then I don't have to send out a prize because you're ineligible. So if you and Hope can save me from having to send out some gifts.
That's what we're here
That's
for.
some serious postage,
Yes.
you know.
No, well, I've the postage. The station pays for that.
We'll do anything for Westinghouse.
You're running out of trinkets now?
Yeah, well, you know, the prizes are generally worthless, tasteless, useless kind of nothings.
Trinkets and baubles.
Trinkets and baubles.
What is tonight's prize?
What's that?
What is tonight's prize?
Oh, I never announced those. See?
Oh, you don't?
No, I never announced those. It's kind of a surprise, whatever you get.
All right.
It's really a surprise. Okay, today is the birthday of Polly Holiday. Hold on just a minute. See, now, normally I have a little description of these from my birthday book, but I don't have the birthday book. Polly Holiday was in Alice. Remember Linda Lavin's sitcom in which she was a waitress at this diner in Phoenix, Arizona. Polly Holiday had the southern accent, who was the tall, thin waitress in that. I'm sure she's done other things. But do you all know Polly Holiday, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
No.
She was the one on that, yeah.
She had something that she always said, but I can't remember what it was. She had some line that was her.
She said, something about grits. Kiss my grits. Kiss my grits. I think that was on her lines. That's correct.
Kiss my grits.
Okay, Michael, how old do you think? Do you know who we're talking about?
Polly Holiday.
Polly Holiday, yes.
Polly Holiday.
Polly
I
Holiday.
wouldn't have not one little word of description sort of helped me out. So
Well, she's tall and thin, and she used to say "kiss my grits," and she had a southern accent, and she was on with Linda Lavins, and a guy named Mel was the guy with the character name who ran the
Mel's Diner.
Mel's Diner. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take 42.
I'll take 42. Okay. Hey, would you hand me 42, please? Okay. What do you think, Tom?
65.
65. Okay. Wow. And Robert, Frank.
66.
Oh boy, he really spoke up, didn't he? That was really good.
Life.
Yeah, Stan, because you're Mr. Showbiz, you do entertainment there in WBEN in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So you would probably know exactly what we're talking about. You could probably review everything she's ever done in the entertainment business.
No, I do live entertainment. I really don't review dumb sitcoms. I'll take 55. What the heck?
What the heck? Okay. And Hope?
58.
And what do you think, Ken?
That's what I was going to say. 58.
58. Okay. Now this is the dramatic moment, folks. When I tell you the actual age, and then we find out who came the closest. 58 is exactly right.
Oh.
The fix is in.
Is it a coincidence that both of
That's
the...
right.
Hope definitely stole the book.
That's right. Hope and Ken, both of them work here.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
They're working overtime.
The book is probably posted on the bulletin board.
Now, as a matter of fact, I think Hope is holding it right in front of me, flaunting it. Okay, today is also the birthday of a New Englander from New Hampshire, former governor of that state, and big in the Reagan administration. John, in fact, I guess it was the Bush administration, John Sununu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. There's no reason for that. John Sununu. Let's start
You know
with
what
you.
his first name should have been?
Yeah?
Boutros Sununu.
Yeah.
It sounds like maybe an after-dinner drink. No, it doesn't sound like that at all.
But you knew.
Okay, Ken Newman, what do you say? How old is John Sununu?
Well,
And if he married Minnie Ha-Ha, and what was the name of the guy who used to play with the BC, the football player with a name sort of like that, too?
Like Sununu?
Yeah, it was a double-syllable kind of thing.
his wife's name could be Lulu.
Yeah, but
Isn't that her
Minnie Ha-Ha Sununu could be a John. Well, anyway, I've got a huge bit of humor here. If I could only had a memory that I
Just
could
need to
remember.
tap into it.
Yeah, it kind of went out the. Maybe somebody took it along with the birthday book. Okay,
Well-
how old do you think John Sununu is?
I'd say he's probably, let's see, 62.
Okay, 62. You didn't sound too sure of yourself with that
I'm
one.
not. I mean, I know who he is, but I can't,
It's hard to pin an age to it, yeah. Hope, what do you think?
69.
Okay, 69. What do you think, Stan?
I was going to say 65.
65. Could you come a little closer to the phone? It's kind of feel funny telling an old broadcaster
You
this.
don't, I'm not close enough to the phone.
Oh, that's better. That's
I would
much-
try 65.
Oh, that's good. That's good the way you did that. Do that again. That's
I would definitely try 65.
Oh, okay. That's good. How are your kids doing and stuff?
They're great. It's amazing. They all grow up and do stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You worry for years, are they ever going to do stuff? And by God, one day they start doing stuff.
What are they doing now? What kind of stuff they doing?
Well, my one son is sells computer programs to radio and TV stations.
Oh, no kidding.
He was just transferred to Denver, Colorado, the poor kid.
Oh, that's a pretty city.
That's
That's
a
not
great
bad.
city.
Yeah, it's a nice city.
And my other son is, he went back to college. He's going after an engineering degree at age 40 or so.
Is he about 40?
Yeah.
You punk kid, you got a son 40?
Oh, yeah. It's scary. Well, I had him when I was 12.
Yeah.
And even at that, I'd have to be 52, right?
Okay.
And
Now, you're pardon me?
They're doing good.
Well, that's good, because you're about my age. I think you're a little younger than I am, I believe. But then who isn't?
I was going to say. I think that the Old Testament is younger than you are.
No, I've often said that when I was born, the earth was molten lava.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and nothing was separated from anything anymore, and it was only the fourth day.
61, as a matter of fact.
Oh, 61?
Mhm.
You're a good deal younger than I am, you punk. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. I'm sorry I brought that up.
I'm glad you did. I feel much better now.
Yeah, no. Robert in Framingham, how old do you think John Sununu is?
I'd say he's 60.
60, okay. And Tom?
69.
Tom says 69. Okay, and what do you say, Michael?
I'm going to go between 62 and 60, and I'll say 61.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. See, you get the
Are you in
logic there?
Springville, Stan?
Pardon me?
Are you in Springville?
Buffalo, New York.
No, I'm talking about your condo in the ski area.
Ellicottville, New York. Oh, Springville is not far from Ellicottville, but I'm in Ellicottville.
You're Ellicottville?
Yep.
Oh, that's quite lovely.
At Holiday Valley, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Philharmonic played on the ski slopes.
Great Meadow is just south of you.
It was just great, yeah.
Yeah, pretty country.
Yeah. Michael, nobody cares that Great Meadow is just south of him. Nobody cares about that at all.
Well, the thing is, he's only 75 miles from me, Norman.
Well, I hope you'll become fast friends. Okay, John Sununu is...
There's hope for us.
John Sununu is 56 years old.
Wow.
So only you guessed older than he really is. Yeah, he's a lot younger than that. Let's see, the youngest, I'd say, was Robert from Framingham, who guessed 60.
Yeah.
Everybody guessed older than that. My goodness sakes. How about Lucy Baines Johnson Turpin? Oh, no, is that Turpin? That can't be Turpin. I'm thinking of the silent movie comic Ben Turpin. Her name is no, it is Turpin. Lucy Baines Johnson Turpin, daughter of President Johnson. Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel, Lucy? What do you say, Lucy? Anyway, that was acting. Anyway, Stan, what do you think? How old is Lucy Baines Johnson Turpin?
Oh,
I know, these are tough. I know that.
Oh, it's, I'll just try 50.
50. Okay. And Tom, what do you think?
45.
45. Okay, Tom. Okay. Hope, what do you think?
52.
Hope says 52, and Ken says...
I always say 50 is a good standard age to go when you don't know who the person is. So I'm going to go with 50.
Kind of a generic age.
Sure.
Half 100.
Exactly.
Just take a number.
Half 100. Remember, it was a big deal to have parties for people who reach the age of 50. Do you think they'll do the same thing when you reach the age of 70? I just wondered about that.
Are you fishing, Norman?
Apparently no one else is working.
Yeah, nobody else is that old. No, but I hit that next December. I know you don't. It's hard to believe that because I'm so boyish and youthful and good looking.
When's your birthday, Norman?
None of your business. Get out of my sight. No, it's next December.
Gonna send you a present, actually.
A nice dumb birthday present. Nice, tasteless, tacky.
Hey,
One of us will send you back your book.
that's right. If you win, send me back whatever you get. Michael, what do you say then? How old is Lucy Baines Johnson Turpin?
Well, she was married to the senator from Virginia, right?
That was Elizabeth Taylor, I think.
Yeah.
No, this is the guy that
Elizabeth Taylor was married to
that
him.
ran against North down there in Virginia. Oliver North. And he's about 52, so she must be about 46, I think.
46.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Robert, what do you say?
I'm going to say 53.
53. Okay, actually, she's 48, and so you were not far off, Michael.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, you and Stan Roberts and Ken Newman, because you said 46, so you were a couple of years younger, and Stan and Ken both said 50, which was a couple of years older.
See, that will always
So we
get him.
shout out Ken Newman and Hope Shower, eh?
Yeah.
Right, that Ken has taken somebody else's number and won. I think this is highly unfair.
That's
know.
my whole new strategy. Since
Yeah.
I can't win legitimately, I just decided I'll steal everybody else's numbers.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be right.
Man.
Yeah, no, cheating is okay in this game. No, cheating, in fact, we encourage it. Oh, yeah. So Ken has a couple of correct answers, and everybody else has at least one correct answer except Tom in Cleveland. That's so sad.
Oh, well, Cleveland's always had a bad time.
Yeah, but they got the big rock and roll Hall of Fame opening this fall in Cleveland.
It's a gift.
It is a gift. Okay. Cheryl Ladd. Cheryl Ladd has a birthday today. She was also born July 2nd. And I guess you all know Cheryl Ladd.
Mm-hmm.
She's my constant companion and a wonderful person. You told me how to cloud men's minds so they could not see me. And nobody even knows what I'm talking about, including me. Tom, how old do you think Cheryl Ladd is?
52.
52. Are you okay, Tom? You sound like you're taking a course that you don't want to take, but you need to, otherwise you won't graduate.
They have rivers that burn in Cleveland, right, Stan?
This is an elective, Tom.
Yeah, this is supposed to be fun. You chose this instead of shop. Because you said it would be more fun. Okay. Michael, what do you say? Besides too much.
Yeah, well, I'm just falling here. Oh, Madame Ladd. Oh, God.
I know this is really a tough decision to make. To lots hanging on this.
I need that hope.
Yeah.
47.
Oh, I know. 47. You said with such resignation.
I know, I just give into it.
Stan, what do you think?
Well, I want Ken to pick a number, and then I'll join him.
Okay, we'll have Ken first. Ken, what do you think? How old
That's
is
a cheat. That's a cheat, Stan.
No. You did it to me and won.
Okay, well, Ken, what do you think?
Oh, well, I'll deliberately guess something wrong this time.
Good.
No, Cheryl Ladd, I think, I say 50.
50.
You can't lose with 50. You really can't.
50, I suppose
That sabotages you, Stan.
Well, he just took the lifespan and divided it in two. I'm going to go 47. Has anyone said that?
Nobody said 40. No,
I
yes.
want my own
Yeah,
number.
no, Michael said 47.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't tell you.
But no, we can get the same guess from two
No, I'm
people.
not going to share that number.
No, I want 48. I do not want his number.
Okay.
That's the way I am.
Okay. 48, okay.
Would Mort Saul take somebody else's number?
Never.
Ask yourself that question.
That's right. Robert, what do you
What
think?
about
I say
Marilyn?
49.
49, okay. Hope?
44.
Okay. 44 is exactly right.
Oh, come on.
No, it is. It is. She's 44 years old
Hope
today.
that's two
Oh, my God.
Cheryl Ladd is only 44.
She's 40. Well, that's
Hope
only...
you don't win normally. What are you doing?
Oh,
Woman has the
no.
book, Norm, I'm telling you.
This, Stan, let's protest.
I won't tell you where I put it either.
Michael, how come you're the one who talks the most and you're the one whose level here is the loudest?
But I can't hear you.
Oh, thank goodness. I wish I could say the same.
Okay.
Oh, well, no, I'm sorry. I'm being humorous. Okay, here's the last one I have on this list because again, somebody stole my dumb birthday book. Jimmy Mcnichol, who's the brother of Christy Mcnichol. Yeah, and they've appeared in some movies together, I believe, have they?
Not many, but they have.
Yeah. I don't know that either one is a particularly great actor or actress. They have that bland look.
The Farley Grandeur history.
Do you review movies, Stan?
Oh, on occasion I do, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever reviewed a Jimmy Mcnichol, Christy
Not that I
Mcnichol
can
movie?
recall.
Not at all.
No.
They're so wildly popular. I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
I don't think any of us care how old he is, as a matter of fact.
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't even care how old John Sununu was, but what the heck, we have to pick on somebody.
How many
Okay.
hours a night do you have to fill, Norm?
Well, let's see. On a Friday night, Saturday night, I come on at 11, so
Wow.
it's about 5.5 hours, is it?
That explains the
No,
dumb
4
birthday game.
4.5 hours. No, well, we figure between 3 and 4 is the time when it's the quietest, and when people need kind of a pick me up.
Yes,
and
a companion.
I think we look upon the dumb birthday game as kind of a pick me up.
What does that say for the rest of your show?
Myself personally, Scotch on the Rocks would be a much nicer treat, but what the heck. Okay, let's start with you, Hope. How old is the very exciting Jimmy Mcnichol? It sounds like the red nickels and his 5 pennies.
I know this. 31.
31.
Oh,
Okay.
Sounds old.
31 sounds old.
Well, for him, he seems like a kid to me. So.
Yeah, I know. He still seems like he should be younger than that.
Yeah.
But, Tom, what do you think?
Well, I gotta go with Hope, 31.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Are you getting kind of sweet on Hope, do you think?
No, I believe she's getting all of them right.
Oh, I see. I thought maybe you were
No,
thinking in
it
terms of
wasn't-
leaving Cleveland and coming to Boston just to be
Good
closer.
idea.
It wasn't my looks, it was my brain he wanted.
Hope the brain.
Okay, Michael.
32.
Okay, and Ken.
Well, 33.
Oh no!
How's that for
Oh,
being
I
different?
knew that was going to happen.
What, were you going to say 33?
No, I was set on 34. And I said, well, why not go numeric? We just go right up.
Okay, well, we'll put you
We're
down.
getting lazy.
Yeah, we'll put you down for 34. And how about you, Robert?
35.
Ooh, 35, wow. Well, that made my earlobe that
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. 34 is correct, Stan.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, Stan,
We helped you.
Stan has 2. Oh, it's a big tie now. We have between Stan, Hope, and Ken all have 2 apiece.
Well, but wait a minute. Aren't 2 of those staff members?
Yes, they are.
Well, then I think I should win by default. I
Well,
think they have the book to begin with.
yeah, you know.
It doesn't work that way.
No, since we run out of people, what I do at this point is I name an event that happened on this day, July 2nd. You tell me the year it happened. Isn't that a wonderful twist?
I like it.
You could sell that on WBEN,
I
probably
know
get a good
almost
sponsor.
everything.
Okay. How about this one? The United aviator Emilia Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan disappeared over the Pacific Ocean while attempting to make the first round-the-world flight at the equator. And that happened on July 2nd. They would suddenly drop from sight. Drop from sight may be a crude way of putting it. But I mean, it was the last time they'd been heard from.
If it happened to me, I'd be a crashing bore.
Yeah. Boy, I'm glad you're selling, did you? I'm glad I don't follow you anymore. I'm glad you don't come between me and Kane. Anyway, what year was that? The date again, July 2nd, but what year did Emilia Earhart disappear? And we'll start with you, Robert. What do you think?
1935.
1935. Okay. And Ken?
I suppose if I said 35, that would be considered cheating.
Lazy.
That'd be considered to be your motif.
Well, all right. How about 36?
36.
How's that for wildly different and crazy?
Yeah, that's really nutty. You kids today, you're willing to take chances.
See, I'm out on a limb here, you know,
Why is that?
because I'm going with something that's original that no one else has said.
I don't have any idea what you just said at all. That didn't seem to make any sense. But what the heck? Okay, Stan, what do you think? What year?
1931.
1931. You
Why
said that
not?
with such emphasis. That was really nice.
I want to play this like The Price is Right. If you're under.
That's right. Tom, what do you say?
1933.
1933. Okay, Michael?
1927.
1927. Okay.
I was
and-
at Lindbergh.
Well, he was 24, I believe, but you're in the right decade for him. Hope, what do you think?
I'm going to go understand and say 29.
Did you hear that, Stan?
Yes,
Getting excited by that, are you?
You're closer to me, though, Hope.
Okay. Actually, let's see. Now, this is the exciting moment when I tell you the actual year. And so you're probably all just kind of hanging there wondering.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 1937.
Oh.
And Ken Newman said 1936.
Oh, I can't believe
So he was the closest.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so Ken has got 3 correct answers now. He's burst into the lead. Isn't this an exciting game, Ken?
This is, for me, this is great.
Yeah, it is for me too. Just when I feel like I've been in radio longer than I should be, like I've stayed too long at the fair, something like this comes up and says, "No, Norm, you'd miss this kind of stuff," and so I stay longer. Yeah, and I began writing notes to the boss, sucking up to them and everything, just to last a little bit longer. I love you, boss. I love you, management. Westinghouse, great name. I love your washing machines. Yeah, this will keep me in the job at least for another week. Okay, let me give you.
You lost the birthday game book. That means it's an omen.
Yeah, it might have been the management that might have stolen it out of my drawer. They figured maybe that was a hint about something. Okay, here's a really kind of a cool date. This also happened July 2nd. The Lawrence Welk Show. I don't know why just saying his name makes me laugh. The Lawrence Welk Show premiered on ABC television. He was the guy who had a band during the big band era. Never made it then, but made it after big band era had died. You know the name of his little. He had a small group out of his home state of North Dakota when he began, and I don't know whatever he played. You know the name? Any of you know the name of his original group?
I'm proud to say that I don't.
Wasn't it the Welkettes? The Welk?
The Welk? No, it was not the Welkettes.
It was the Fargo Polka Kings. Wasn't it Polka Kings?
Polka, yeah. No, yeah, that's true, though. We've often said that there was only one polka ever written, and it changed names a lot. But nobody can tell the difference between one polka and another. No, he was called the Hotsy Totsy Boys. I mean, that's the truth. Yeah, his first group,
That's cool.
Isn't that cool? The Hotsy Totsy Boys.
Oh man.
That's great.
Somebody asked him, somebody was taking a survey, this current day, which is quite different than when he grew up in the quiet part of North Dakota and the part of the world. The fact that the muggings and all the violence in the world. They said to him, Lawrence, or Larry, I guess they call him, what do you think of violence and all that? And you know what he said? He said, I like a violence. I like a cellist. I like a bus. I like a trumpet. He didn't really say that. I made that up.
Too much sax and violins on television.
Yeah, that's right. Too much sax. That's right. Too much sax and the violins. And here we go with the sax and the violins polka.
And the 3 and the 4 and
Okay. What year was that he premiered? Nobody cares about this one either. On the ABC television show. What year was it? And again, the date was July 2nd, this very date, which makes this a terribly relevant date. Michael, what do you think?
Well, Stan better watch his audience because there are a lot of Polish people in Buffalo that love polka.
True.
There's a big polka show that comes out of Buffalo.
I used to do a polka show. I must tell you this. How would you... I think we talked about this on the air. There's a big polka guy named Johnny was his first name, and his second name was spelled Wilfahrt. Tell me how you would pronounce that.
Will Fart.
That was right.
And he did.
Oh, we don't have to get gross about this. But I remember doing a polka show, and that's his name. And we'd call him Johnny Will. We'd call him anything, but we didn't want to say his whole name. But it was Johnny Wilfahrt. That's his name.
He should have, you should...
Oh, no.
Oh, God. He should have changed it, I would have thought.
Well, he didn't. It was listed that way on the records that we played, and was sponsored. It was sponsored, I guess, probably by a Polish sausage company. And I thought...
Which you ate a lot of.
Well, I don't know whether you'd want to eat anything after you listen to the band.
Actually, he should have changed his name to Johnny
the living
Won't Fart.
symbol of
Johnny Won't Fart.
No, what is that? What does that stand?
He should have changed his name to Johnny Won't Fart. He's at least
Yeah, he
more
probably.
socially acceptable.
I suppose that he would have got away with that a little bit easier. Would you ever thought when we were back at HDH that we'd be sitting here talking like this now?
Not ever.
Oh, we'll try not to. But
No, radio has really advanced and become much more civilized, hasn't it?
Well, I'm not sure.
Okay. And anyway, we're back to the year that the Lawrence Welk Show premiered on ABC television. What do you think, Michael?
Lawrence Welk played Chicago.
Oh, we don't give a damn. Just give us a date, for God's sake. You're getting to be really boring.
Right. Well, I want to get to a bored state of mind so I can get into Welk's head. So forth. I think it was 1951.
Okay. See, isn't that easy just to give a date instead of going through all that business?
Well, it's my consultation state.
Okay, Tom, what do you think?
57.
Tom says 1957. And Robert?
1969.
1969. Stan?
I would say about 51.
1951. Same as what Michael
Oh,
said.
yeah, well, then make it 52.
Stan.
I was going to
That's
say
the kiss of death, Stan.
Okay. Stan says 52. And Hope?
55.
Okay. What do you say, Ken?
I'll say 60.
1960. Okay. You know, this is... Anyway, the year was 1955. You were just guessing, weren't you, Hope?
Come on.
No,
Well,
she hit it right on the
No,
butt.
I had a theory that, you know...
Theory. It's called
did.
reading.
No, she's
No,
not
I
anywhere
did.
near
I
the
did.
dates I have. No,
No,
she would not have sure
you know,
seen them.
TV in the 50s, and, you know, and it probably took a little while. And then he was so popular in the 70s.
Read your notes.
Okay, but 1955 now Hope and two employees of this place, Hope and Ken, both have three correct answers. They're both leading.
What a six, Stan.
Yeah.
I had 3 also.
Let me see. Wait a minute. No, you have two.
Oh.
Yeah, you have two. You had Lucy Baines Johnson Turpin and Jimmy Mcnichol. Yeah, you're the authority on those two. Okay, let me see. Let me give you one more, I think.
Break the tie.
Well, it doesn't really matter in this case. I don't know if we get another date that's interesting enough. Let me see, because President Garfield was shot on July 2nd, but
I can tell you where he was shot.
In the
If I
chest?
tell you where he was shot, do I win?
Yeah.
In Long Branch, New Jersey.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It says at the Washington Railroad Station. This one says, in 1881, President Garfield was shot by Charles J. Guiteau at the Washington Railroad Station.
Okay, I'm out.
Okay. Let me give you another date. Let me see. Well, there's nothing terribly interesting about any of it. Oh, the United States Army Air Corps was created on this date, July 2nd. Now, that's worth guessing. The U.S. Army Air Corps created on this very date. Ken, what year do you think that was?
The U.S. Army Air Corps created on this very day.
This very day.
I have no idea. Can I pass?
No.
No, you cannot pass.
Oh.
Passing is not allowed in the official rule book.
U.S. Army Air Corps.
U.S. Army Air Corps, yeah.
So that is like the entire Air Force. I mean, that's...
This is a big one.
Yeah.
Playing for time, Ken.
I remember at one time we had the Army Air Corps, and we also had the Navy Air Corps, and now it's all kind of just the Air Corps. except on the other side of the equator where it's 1912. No, don't let 1912. That's no clue to
Well,
anything.
I was actually going to say 1910.
Okay, 1910. Okay, Hope. What time? What year would you say that was?
Well, it does help to have airplanes before you have an Air Corps.
They had airplanes back then.
That's right, 1910. Well, there were a handful.
Airplanes in World War I, didn't they?
Well, World War I didn't start for a little bit after that.
Well, I mean, you figure they would have had to have the Air Corps before they could start having wars.
He's turning
with it,
red. I can
right?
see Ken. I can see you all the way from here. You're turning red. I'm going to say 1945.
Whoa.
1945. Okay.
They were already into 2 wars before then.
Well, it doesn't mean they were official.
This is a kind of
Doing
like
fine.
this is kind of like town meeting of the year. We're getting a debate going on this thing. What do you think, Stan?
I would say 1913.
1913. Okay, and Robert?
1912.
Robert says 1912.
Oh,
Obviously influenced by what Stan and Ken have said. And not at all influenced by what you have said, Hope. It's really pitiful, the way they're ignoring you. It's terrible. Tom in Cleveland, what do you think?
1915.
1915. Okay, and Michael, what do you think?
I think it was in Europe, and it was just when you Americans got torpedoed in the war.
We
It would be
Americans.
1917,
He's a Canadian.
1918.
Which year do you say?
18.
Now, what do you mean, you Americans? Are you not one of us? What are you, abandoning ship, or
You
is
were.
it something we did? Okay, the year was 1926.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let me see who comes the closest to that. Michael said 1918. He's 8 years off. And Hope was 45. That's quite a few years later. That's 19. No, Michael got that one. Yeah, that's very good. However, Hope and Ken tied with 3 apiece.
Uh-oh.
It's 6-10.
Now we have to
Stan
do
is a
paper,
6.
scissors, rock. Okay, paper, scissors, rock.
I beg your pardon.
Did you ever do that? You mean?
Yeah, that's no. No, my grandchildren did that. Because,
I think it Hope's funny.
yes, he is funny. Hey, listen, I want to thank you. Hang in there, Michael. Thank you very much for
Thank
taking
you
part.
very much, Tom.
Okay, thank you. And Robert.
Yeah,
Hey, thanks a lot, Robert.
you're welcome.
Okay, and you too, Tom.
Thanks.
Mr. Dynamic.
He's kind of wild, isn't
I
he?
want him.
You want somebody who's quiet like that, just a one-word answer.
That's right. That's right. They don't say anything back. Or...
Hey, Hope, thank you very much. And thank you also, Ken.
It's been a pleasure as usual.
He didn't say that like he meant that either. So I have you alone again, Stan.
Yes.
So I could balance you better. We have everybody's coming in on the same toggle switch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nobody knows what we're talking about when we say that. But anyway, it's been fun talking with you again. I hope life is sweet with you.
It's really good. One thing I remember of you.
Yeah?
On the air one day you said, gee, I suddenly have nothing to say. Wait a minute. I just thought of 30 more years of material.
Did I say that?
And by God, you did, because it's 30 years later.
I know last month, and well, not the month before last, now May 24th was the first day I got into broadcasting. I suppose we should have had a quiz on that.
Yes.
Was 1944,
Aye.
the day before I graduated high school. And in years, I got about 10 years on you, so it looks like you're going to be lasting that long. How long have you been in broadcasting now?
I started I started in high school, too. I started in high school, it was like 1949.
Now, we're talking...
I was born and put on a show.
Mom will make the costumes.
Right, and I went to a local radio station. I thought, boy, I took this guy into it, and he was probably thinking, oh, now Sam can have lunch. We'll put this clown on for an hour, Sam can eat. So I did all, and that was in 1950.
Well, so you've been out for that's a long time.
Yes, yeah, and I did full-time till about 3 years ago. Went into sales. I was doing both, and then you know what happened, Norm? I was too damn good a salesman. And the more time I sold, the more they took me off the air, so I'd have more time to sell. My own success at sales has made me an ex-broadcaster.
No, I think that's nice. The fact is, again, you're still in the broadcast business. And
I love it. I really do.
That is. I was leading up to something too, and it kind of went out of my mind. But then again, the situation in Boston with FM radio is every other minute they change the call letters and the format. Do you run into that in Buffalo too?
You know what I hate about FM right now? They all do these music. They all have more music, so they do a music sweep of a half an hour, as if they're doing you a favor. Because then they stop and do 10 minutes of commercials.
I know it.
It's an instant tune-out.
More.
Have they not figured that out? Hello, advertisers. Everybody tunes your commercials out because they're doing 10 minutes of them.
I know. More rock, less talk. Hi, we're going to play 700 records in a row. I'll talk to you and give you a time check a week from next Saturday.
And then run all the commercials you ever imagined.
I know it. You remember, it was sinful at that time when we were at work together to play more than one commercial at a time. Then you play another song. At least, you figured the record companies were cooperating by cutting down the size, the length of the record so we get more commercials in, but at least you play something in between.
And it was your challenge to do something to a little more to keep them interested through the next commercial.
That's right.
So you'd be between every commercial. You were like a host, a guided tour through the day.
I got ABC News coming up in about about 35 seconds from now, so I got to get going. But I can't tell you what a pleasure it's been talking with you.
I've been meaning to call you for years, but usually I hear you and I'm kind of going to sleep. Most folks do
I know.
I'm going to do it again now.
Okay. Hey, thanks, Emilia. I hope to talk to you again soon.
Great talking to you, Norm.
Great talking to you, Stan. Bye-bye.
Should this show have been rated R for violence? I hope all that sax and violins didn't drive you away. Maybe a warning label will attract new listeners, just like they increased album sales back in the day. One can only hope. Well, we're out of time here, so closing the vault and leaving this world a little sillier than we found it. For Boutros Sununu, Minnehaha, Grits Kissin', Mel's Diner, Molten Lava, Lawrence Welk, the Hutsy Totsy Boys, Emilia Earhart, Fred Noonan, Kissing Up to Management, Management Sending a Message, Bland Looks, WHDH, WKBW, WGR, and WBEN, Steve Seashan and Jaron Cohen, Jess Kane, Bill Harrington, Ginkheads, Buffalo, New York, North Dakota, the U.S. Army Air Corps, Saxon Violins, Polka Music, the mighty Johnny Wilfart, Stan Roberts, Hope Shower, Ken Newman, and the man who definitely did not overstay his welcome in radio, Norm Nathan. I'm Tony Nesbitt.